Millennials have long been labeled as the lazy, misguided American generation. Is it true? My next guest is out with a survey challenging these assumptions about America's young people, with particular focus on how they save for retirement. Joining us right now is State Street Global Head of Defined Contribution, Fredrik Axsater. Good to see you, Fredrik.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, let's talk about this survey. What did you learn?
Well, first of all, millennials are just so important. From a retirement and a savings perspective, all they know really is DC plans, like 401ks. And that means that they own the outcomes. So we have to get it right. We have to help them make retirement work. And that's why we dedicated this survey to them, and we have some interesting myths that we debunk.
Like what?
For example, one of the myths is that all millennials want is an app. And the truth is that they want the app, and they want the chat. You know, more so than other age cohorts, millennials are looking for new technology. They like that. But at the same time, they also, more so than other age cohorts, want an in-person conversation each year. And I think that really what they're saying is they want engagement. They want, and we have a responsibility to find ways to engage with them.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that the robo-advisors is not going to be the end-all, be-all solutions for millennials. Like, it's nice to set the initial asset allocation through the use of financial technology and so forth, through the use of the app, but you still want that financial advice from a financial advisor to make sure it's still the right allocation.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I think that for most people across the board, they're looking for kind of, in order to use those robo-advisors and so forth, they need the knowledge, they need the interest, and they need the time to spend on this. And I'm thinking of simple ways of engaging, like find some common shared beliefs, like living longer means that we need to start saving earlier and so forth.
Are they starting? Are millennials starting?
Well, they are to a greater extent, and in part because of automaticity. And I think that there's some great work done here by large plan sponsors and large corporations. When you join the corporation, you're automatically enrolled in a savings plan as well. So you're in there, and you're in a well-diversified, age-appropriate investment portfolio as well.
I like myth 3. Most people are over the financial crisis.
It's just not true. 54% of millennials are saying that the financial crisis is something that they take into account in every financial and investment decision they make.
But in what way? They're too risk averse?
Well, that's part of it. And you may also say, well, why is this? They didn't even live through that, but they did it through their parents.
Right.
And so one is, and we asked some specific questions around risk aversion, and we find that kind of expected returns for them is similar across asset classes. So they expect about the same return for equities as they do for cash, which seems kind of unattractive, right? So the automaticity is particularly important, that they're getting these well-diversified portfolios.
They're all voting in for Bernie Sanders in enormous numbers, right? 85% in the Democratic primary so far. Millennials, are they kind of, does that mean they have, you know, anti-Wall Street, I mean, are they counting on the government to support them? Do they actually believe in what Bernie Sanders seems to be telling them, which is that ultimately the government is going to be there to support you?
This did not come out in our survey. What does come out is that they like their employer. So the communication from, let's say, a plan sponsor around retirement savings is very important. They're also very confident, more so than other age cohorts. And you can almost say that's maybe a little bit of youthful optimism here for them. But that said, they are also, to your comment, they're also in a retirement savings plan earlier than maybe older generation were.
Fredrik, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Fredrik Axsater there. Coming up.